All right, on this episode of The Local Engineer, this is our very first business-specific episode. So this whole show is going to be dedicated to showing off local engineering, manufacturing businesses from around the area. Today we have Jet Machining. These people are right up just north of us here in Tennessee. I met y'all at the Design to Part show in Atlanta this year, and the previous episode we just did related to you guys was with Miss Abigail. That chick is going far.
Yes, she is. Very lucky to have her.
I talked to you and I talked to Abigail at the show, and I was very, very impressed with the machining services that y'all offer and the giveaways that y'all were giving, these little copper coins, and then listening to Abigail start talking about how first off, she was the one who machined them. That blew me away. And how young she was actually in a machine shop getting dirty. I said in the last episode too, she actually had grease on her forearm, and I was like, all right, she's not lying. She was the one who did it.
Yes.
So, but to this, I want to get into specifically who y'all are, what y'all do, what are your fortes, and every business has this. What are your favorite kind of projects to deal with? Is more of like a fun topic. And then, of course, at the end, we'll get into how people can reach out to you and how they can get their products machined by you guys. Because I saw your products firsthand. These things are fantastic. Y'all people know what you're doing, and the quality and the workmanship is there. All the way down to the 15-year-old interns, right? It's the level of effort is top to bottom, which is why I wanted to bring you guys on, because you don't see that very often. So we'll start with, what is Jet Machining and how did you guys form? Because you guys are a family-owned business, which are my favorite businesses to show off. I work at a family-owned business. They've been at 50 years. They've been a family-owned business. Okay. So let's go into Jet.
Okay. Well, Jet Machining is owned by 4 people. Michael Trout, he is our managing partner here. And then the mother company, so to speak, is Jet Coal in Virgie, Kentucky. And it's 3 brothers and him. They all grew up together and know each other. So the company's been around since 1988. And then it was managed by them about 3.5 years ago. Then Michael took over managing August 2020.
Okay.
And so it's a wonderful little company. I've been here for 3.5 years, and I really, really enjoy it. So
you're not part of the actual family?
Well, yeah, I'm a sister-in-law.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're the family. All right, that counts. That's what I love. That's what I'm one of the only outsiders at my family-owned business. So that just goes to show everybody here is family. So with Jet Machining, specifically for the Tennessee location, obviously machining in the name, y'all are a CNC machining facility. What are some of the services that y'all offer?
Reverse engineering. Sometimes people just walk in off the street, truly, and they just have this piece with them. Well, we have some pretty capable guys that can reverse engineer and look at it and just make some amazing things. Welding, sandblasting.
So you guys offer a bunch of individual services for, if, like you said, like a walk-in. Obviously, I know you guys prefer scheduled appointments. That's with everybody.
We have always had that since this company's been here since 1988, and we've never stopped it.
Oh, wow.
And people will just walk in and want to talk to somebody about, if they can have this part made. It's not something we put a stop to, because we actually enjoy that. It's nice to be there for people.
So when those people come in when they come walking in the door, and they want something machined, are those typically one-offs, or are they looking for large production runs? One-offs?
Usually one-offs. So and that's our specialty, is one-offs. So that's what we got a huge drawing at that show, is when we were saying that, it stopped people. And you do what? Because I guess it's a lost art or a lost.
It's not profitable for these businesses who are only capable of gearing up for thousands of parts. They don't want to put in. They see the dollars per hour kind of aspect, and people who need to produce 1,000 units per hour to make it worth their while, they don't want to touch it. So, but people, not necessarily even just like me, not just like the hobbyist who, I made something on Tinkercad, free software. People who are actually trying to start a business. I've been there. I had some products that I wanted to go get machined, and I couldn't get anyone to do it because they wanted me to have my first run was 1,000.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I don't even know if this is gonna work. I
Exactly,
need I need
exactly,
one.
exactly.
That's
It is
awesome. That
our eh, that specialty, and I'm glad it's still there, but we are trying to break into production. Um,
okay.
I
Yes.
love the production work. So I like being
Okay.
that pushing, what do you call it? Button pusher or part of the circus, as Abigail stated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very, very interesting to me. I think the most we've done is 6,000 pieces, and we
Oh
just
wow.
recently did that. So that was we were all
It,
working, the owner working, myself, till I
that's
work my day
awesome.
job and then stay at night and help and work on the weekends. So just to see if we could do it.
Dang. So did that 6,000 part job come off of a one-off job you did for them too? I'm assuming?
No, I mean,
Oh, it came from the
they have been, let's say, an outside customer for a long period of time, and they kept sending us quotes for things, but we just didn't have the capability of doing it
okay.
or the vision. And since Michael's taken over, we're trying anything and everything. We want to stay
Right.
alive. We love this industry. It's what built America.
Yep.
It's very exciting. And you had asked about which I prefer. I prefer all of it. I love watching a piece of metal be formed into something I think is beautiful. It
Yep.
may be going on a manufacturing floor to roll something, casting, to gluing something. I find it all just very, very interesting. And I think people forget that this type of industry, engineers, they did these drawings and built this, and then somebody takes it and makes it. To
Yeah.
me, I find that's my passion. I enjoy watching or ordering the material and then
Yep.
seeing it machined into something. I may not know what it's gonna be for, but I just think it's beautiful.
That's awesome. So cool. This is another way that so I love promoting, the STEM industry, STEM fields in general. And especially love promoting women in STEM because obviously like I don't have to tell you there's mostly men in this industry. Well, y'all bring a totally different perspective into pretty much everything. So a lot of us will look at some part and go, it's okay, it's pretty boring. But then I pick up something and go, holy cow, this is really amazing. This is interesting to me. And listening to you talk about how, I mean, because you said you're not an engineer. However, you're the point of contact for this engineering manufacturing company. You
Yes.
have the interest of it. That to me, you're in STEM. Whether or not you're actually an engineer or not, you're an integral member of that team. You're a woman in STEM to me, and I love that. I love promoting that, and that you don't. I never thought I'd say this, but you didn't have to be an engineer to be in STEM. So you just broke that. You know what I mean? I hadn't seen that. Um, so with getting interested into all of this, as a woman in STEM and in the industry, when you say, I know you say everything's your favorite part coming through, but with Abigail, she said she loved the medical industry. She loved medical anything she could get her hands on with manufacturing a part that was for the medical industry. That was her forte. Like for me is aerospace. I love getting my hands on airplane parts. I know where it's going. Even like you said, it may be for a cart, but it's in the aerospace industry and it interests me. So you specifically, what is the one part? What is like the industry of parts that you like seeing come in? Like, oh man, this is really cool.
Well, we do a lot of automotive parts, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say their name. Borla. We've done Borla, and
Okay,
that was just amazing. We did some casting with their name on it, and it was just
dang,
so beautiful. The prototypes for their mufflers, just how that is
that's
gonna come to
awesome.
be. Yeah, it's beautiful, and the way that it really is artwork. It truly is,
Yep.
and I appreciate it what they do with it. You're looking at a piece of paper with these dimensions and these lines. Well, that's going to be something. And it turned out to be, I wish I could have it in front of me. I would show you. It was just gorgeous, but I probably shouldn't do that. Anyways.
So when I was looking on your website, and for anybody else, you have to check these people out. Their website is jetmachining.com. under your capabilities tab at the bottom, you have a sample of some of your customers. Um, Everyone except Subaki, I've heard of these people. I've seen these people. I've even interviewed at some of these people when I was in college. Um, and Borla Exhaust is arguably one of the best exhaust brands out there. I'm a huge car guy. All my friends are
Yeah,
huge car
okay.
guys. Everybody's running Borlas. Everybody. Everything
Yes.
from little Honda S2000s up until uh, the most recent buddy of mine. He actually will also be on the show. He's a mechanical engineer. Uh, he dumped an absurd amount of money into his 18 SS Camaro, topped it off with a beautiful Borla exhaust that now
Yeah.
I know you all had your hand in the part of, which is it's just awesome seeing the full circle of it. So I'll send you a video of what some of the work y'all did sounds like with 600 horsepower coming out the other end of that tailpipe because it's
Wow.
it's pretty amazing. So, so some of the companies that you do work with, again, like you said, Borla. There's also ZF. Those guys are huge, huge international company. Parker, and now one that I want to ask about, if I can, is Tempur-Pedic. Um, you guys are a machining company, and they do mattresses, like foam mattresses. How does that come together?
The dies that need to be created to make those mattresses. So either
Gotcha.
we repair them or create new ones. But in order for the manufacturing process to work, they have to have a die. So,
Right.
and
Those are big die.
those are big dies. Yes.
Oh
So
my goodness.
we
So
create
yeah,
the tooling and yeah. I'm sorry.
y'all are not a small little shop that if you're dealing with dies for king size mattresses. Holy smokes. That's okay. Well, that kind of gives people some quantitative value of like, oh man, that's big. That's not, oh, we're dealing with, you know, fasteners, nuts and bolts, and you've got a couple little Swiss machines and whatnot. Um, I mean, you have on your website the Doossons that you guys are running. Those are not little podunk machines.
No.
Those are full production machines. So y'all are turning some serious metal with those Doossons.
Yes,
Uh,
it's how do we say it? We want to play with the big boys.
yep,
So we got some serious machines. Yes.
that's awesome. So now I'm gonna go into if I was a company or so this is I'll ask from both sides. So step one would be if I wanted to get a one-off part made. For example, something I'll just say softball size or smaller. Um, Out of just basic aluminum, or a basic steel, how would I go about getting something quoted from you guys? What would you want me to send you?
A either PDF, a DWG, an IGES file.
Okay.
I need that information. Usually that gives me everything, the material that you want used, dimensions and whatnot. And then from
Okay.
there, I just take it and write it up and send it on to Robert, our machinist. He evaluates it. If it's something that we can do, and then I get it back, material quote, um, then let you know what it's going to cost. But it's very, very simple. There's
Okay.
nothing we reject. We try and look at everything and see if we can do it.
Oh wow.
We really do. We put everything on the table. I mean, we don't like to turn work away. We want our company to grow. Um,
Right.
we're
That was
very,
gonna be
very
my next
passionate.
question.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was gonna be my next question. You already hit it. Was are there any things that you guys turn away automatically? Obviously, if it's plutonium related, I'm sure there's something special for that. But like in general, there are some places that are the name machining is in the brand, but they really only do water jets, right? So
Oh,
you don't figure it out until you call them. But you guys do everything, big and
we,
small, 1 to 6,000 so far. Like y'all do really everything. So and you don't hear too many people doing everything. The one offs, and now I know that you guys do the one offs. This isn't just me blowing smoke. I genuinely will be recommending your company for anybody around here in Atlanta that comes to me and says, "Hey, I need to go get something one-off made," because I really don't know of anywhere around here yet that does the one-offs voluntarily. You typically have to pay a huge surcharge to get anything done one-off around here. And it's really inhibitive because like, hey, if this one unit works, I'm gonna order 6,000 of them. But if I can't get past step one, So, and they'll
Exactly.
price the one unit so close to production run, you end up just going, oh well, shoot, I'll just pay the extra $1,000 and get a couple thousand of these things made, or however, whatever the quantity is. But now every single one of them is wrong. You're 4 to 6 weeks behind, and you're out of a few $1,000s. And so I applaud you for being in the rapid manufacturing realm, which is very small these days. Everybody hears rapid prototyping, but you guys seem to be rapid prototyping, rapid manufacturing, and full blown manufacturing. You've got the trifecta. So,
We try.
so then when it comes to production running, how do you guys like to set up for a production run? I remember we were talking a little bit before. I remember you said your turnaround time was generally about 4 weeks for a production
Yes.
run.
Yes.
So, which that's fast. That's really fast, especially these days with we're still coming off of COVID. So I don't want to say the COVID era, but the post-COVID nonsense. Getting materials in alone has been a huge time waster. Sending things off to get coated or anything like we were saying, uh, if you're getting anything black oxided, that's that's a whole nother avenue to go down. So with you guys, when it comes to full blown, I'm just going to use the term full blown manufacturing because to separate from individual. Clearly you don't have to be a huge company to come to you guys. You guys are not only going for the Borlas, the ZFs, the
No.
Tempur-Pedics, you've also had do business with other small businesses that need sometimes people just need to offload some of their own production. Like
Correct.
we can't produce 10,000 this month, but we told them we'd sell them 10,000 this month.
Exactly. We have partnered due to that show. We have partnered with a couple companies that we're going to help out with.
That's awesome.
So,
That's
and
part
if
you
we
don't hear about.
really,
Well, from
and
the yeah, from like going typically it would be, "Oh, I need to I'm with my business. I know I need this specific part made right now."
okay.
Right? But to go, "Hey, I took this job and I can't keep up with the order. I'm going to go to design department to find someone else to help me finish the order." That's cool. I haven't heard that. Granted, I'm new. So, for anybody else out here that's new, that's something you can do. By the way, go to these design to part shows. We're actually
Yes.
we're trying to schedule to actually have the local engineer will have most likely will have a booth at the North Carolina show at the end of this year. So are you guys probably going to be there? I know it's just,
November. Yes. We're going to
yeah.
try.
So I'll probably see y'all there again too. So for anybody else who has been thinking about going or hasn't even heard of Design to Part, it's free to attend as a what's the word I'm looking for? Just as an individual. Obviously, if you have a booth, you have to pay. But for you just to walk around, go check it out and go check out jet machining while you're there. Physically pick up the things that I picked up, and now I have them on the show. So when it comes to now we know you guys are in every industry. You're in the automotive industry. Your favorite parts, you personally, your favorite parts are the automotive stuff. Um, what are now you're the point of contact as well. So I'll point that out. So when you contact Jet Machining, it's most likely going to be Anna that you're the one talking to. So
Yes. That,
um, when people reach out to you, is there anything that they need other than like we said, like the step files, the tech drawings, and everything? Um, is there anything in addition to that? Like, do you guys prefer samples? Like, would you have somebody send you something? Let's say they're going full production. I've had things before where I tried to send someone a sample and they go, "Oh, we don't need a sample." I'm like, please take my sample and look at it because this is what I want. So obviously,
yes.
you guys do that as well. When it comes to all the individual services, if I need something like these coins, for example, you start out with a bar stock. Abigail's back there machining all of them and post processing them. If I wanted to come into you guys just for, let's say, a post processing, like you mentioned, black oxide, if I needed to send y'all a whole bunch of parts to get black oxided, is that something you guys are capable?
Yes.
Okay,
We
cool.
as we partner with other people, we have subcontract
Okay.
with um we have somebody next door that does it.
Oh,
So that's what we do.
that's
So
convenient.
very, very convenient. So and that's what we were trying to do at the show is partner up with people
Okay.
that do some of that, the dyeing, that
Okay.
the military work and things like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, or heat treating. We have
Okay.
a few of our own ovens here, and we do that. So
Nice.
we have a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
A wire EDM
Oh,
that,
nice.
and a plasma cutter.
Oh,
So we're pretty 17,500 square feet. We have quite a few little things, one of everything to do socks. But anyways,
right, right. So, yeah, you definitely have the capability to rapid prototype, rapid manufacture pretty much anything, it sounds like. Um, so as far as the people that and I love this. I'm all about, building up America, American made. I look for that on products I buy. Um, it's just how I was, born and raised here. And that's just how it is for me. Um, obviously trying to what's the word I'm looking for here? So also when you're partnering with other companies, you're also looking for not just other huge companies, but local businesses. So hearing that your next door, well, obviously I know next door can mean a few miles away or whatever, but your next door manufacturing facility does all your oxiding. That that's awesome. That is a you're I know when I pay for that, I'm supporting you guys, small business, and I'm supporting that small business, and they're both right.
exactly,
You're not
exactly.
you're not shipping it off to China to get black oxided and then shipped back in just to save a quick buck. But you take 2 months to get my parts back. So
Yeah,
um,
we don't do that, but I understand what you're saying. Yes, and that's what we want. We want to partner with others. We want other American companies to stay alive. We want
yep,
to continue this, and we're very passionate about that. Our owner is absolutely amazing, and we try not to say no to anything. There are some things that we can't do. We know that,
right.
but we know other people who can do it. Why not
Yep.
give them the job or the chance
Yep.
to try? So
There you go. That's awesome. Just hearing that, I know people are going to be very. That's also part of why we do these. Why we're doing these business episodes now is like it allows somebody to literally learn more about you and the people at your business. And for me at least, and I'm sure it was for others, hearing that going, oh well, if we can't do something, hey, we're gonna tell you. We're not gonna like just take your money and say, oh, we
oh
can't.
yeah,
We'll figure it out. But like, we can't do it, but we know someone who can, and they're right nearby. Yeah, that to me that's good heart business uh, ethics, I say. So I like that, and I would do business with you even if I knew my business was going elsewhere. So I'm pretty sure other people are going to fall along that same boat. So I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good point to put out. So um, when it comes to now, and if we and I'll put a time here. If we can't talk about this, I'll clip this out. Um, if there are because obviously we know there's a big shortage in manufacturing in the country in general. Obviously small businesses are struggling, and a lot, especially during COVID, a lot of people got laid off. Um, if there were any machinists or engineers that are in the Kingsport, Tennessee,
yes.
yeah, they're in the Kingsport, Tennessee area, and they're looking for a place to be a part of. I love helping people find engineering like dream jobs for that matter. And the dream job doesn't have to be, Delta, Google, Boston Dynamics, which those are huge dream job facilities, but a dream job could also just mean you're happy to go to work, right? So a company like this to me sounds like it's a company that I would enjoy going to work for. So if there's anybody in the Kingsport, Tennessee area or people that want to end up moving there that want to work at Jet Machining, that want to come on board, y'all's fun ship is what it sounds like. How would they reach out? Would they reach out just straight to you or
Straight to me, front
okay,
desk at jetmachine.com.
there you go,
And
people. There's your in. That's how you get a job
Michael's
here.
always open. He's always open to meet with people, talk to people, see where you want to go if you're a fit with us. So we're just a very proactive. There is no I in team.
Yep.
It's where we work together. We try and help each other. And that I'm not just saying that. We're also very passionate about this industry and wanting it to grow.
Right.
And it's not about being recognized. It's helping America grow.
Right.
We're not done. We've never been done.
Right.
So
Yeah, it even well, what is it? Even JP Morgan, as big as he was, as big as the company was, still went out elsewhere. Still other electrical companies, still other light bulbs. Everybody has their part to play.
Yes.
That's awesome. So, but yeah, so anybody, if you're interested, definitely reach out to her email. That the fact that she just said they're open to opportunities and open to new people. Take that chance, everybody. That's not something you hear very often. It's, oh, we'll go check our job board. Well, gee, they probably already did that. That right there, what you were saying is how I got my job. I sent an email out of the dark. Just, hey, I'm an engineering student. I'd like to have an internship with you. Could somebody email me back so I could give you my resume? Because I couldn't even attach it to the website. So now, as far as internships go, obviously Abigail's proof that y'all are capable of working with an intern. Are y'all open to other internships
Oh,
if people are
yes.
willing to travel up and out of state? Okay, cool. Because we have a
Yes.
lot of people here at the local university that are always coming to me that are saying, "Hey, you know who's doing what in the industry? I'm placing people or students in engineering opportunities, co-ops, internships all the time." So if you guys are open to that, and which one do you prefer? Because some companies are very specific. Are you guys open to summer internships? Those tend to be the more popular ones, but I know other companies prefer 6-month co-ops. So like January to June, they're full-time working for you, and then they go back to school in July. Which one do you guys prefer? Or are you guys open to both?
I believe we're open to both.
Okay,
Yeah, every
cool.
situation's different and what they have going on in their life.
Right,
Every day is different here in what we're doing. It's
right.
not the same old thing. And so you just don't know where you're going to fit in. So I believe Michael would be open to both.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, even just being open to both is great because some of the internships that are out there, they're very specific to what they are or to the term lengths of them, and unfortunately, some of them are you actually have to like sign a contract that, oh, you're going to work here for 6 months for 3 rotations. You just delayed your graduation by 3 years doing that. So now
Oh,
you're going to take
wow.
6 to 7 years to get out by not going to school every 6 months. So, or I'm sorry, a year and a half to go up to 6 years if you're at the 4 to 4.5. Nobody in engineering gets out in 4 years. Just saying, it's a 5 year, pretty much no matter how you shake a stick at it. If you're doing it correctly, which is doing internships with these people at like Jet Machining. So, um, if you guys are interested, definitely reach out. I would recommend them. So, and if you haven't heard the previous episode with Abigail, who is interning there right now, go listen to that episode. That will probably motivate you to send them an email today. And as everybody knows, if you're interested in sending an internship email out and you haven't had anybody look over your resume, email us at thelocalengineer.com. That's part of the services we do is we do resume overviews, and we can give you like a practice interview so that way you can smash the interview when you go to these people.
Very
So,
good idea. Very, very
so
good.
we like to help. That we're just like you. I'm trying to help do my part in motivating the next generation of people and all my friends my age to get into engineering and manufacturing. Not everybody can be a lawyer. Not everybody can just sit here and fight for money. Not everybody can be a doctor. So, but we need. Elon Musk said it best: without engineers, we don't have stuff, and I like stuff. So,
Yes. As a matter of fact, I heard that the other day. Yes. People forget that. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. Makeup cases,
yep,
everything has been designed or by an engineer. Then it has to go to the next step and then the next step. And
yep,
it's just amazing. People don't stop to look. Like I'm looking at this computer.
yep,
Darn well there's an engineer created this. Then it had to go to the
yeah.
next step and the next step. But anyways,
That's awesome. Oh, so speaking of computers, which obviously there's a lot of plastic parts on computers. As for jet machining, are you guys open to plastics and like injection molding and whatnot?
oh
That's always a
yes.
common question we get. Okay, cool.
Oh
Obviously, if
yes.
you make the dies for darn king size mattresses, I'm sure making molds and dies for other smaller parts are right up your alley.
We are becoming very familiar with UHMW.
Oh,
Natural
cool.
to Veris. We've got a very, very good supplier, very
Nice.
knowledgeable. So, um, yes, actually,
That's
I enjoy working with it. So,
nice. The first project I ever did at my first internship, I had to learn all about UHNW to use them as sliders for actually like if you can imagine like computer racks. So we were using the UHNW as the metal on polymer glide surface. And then when I went down the rabbit hole of UHMW, oh, it got deep quick. And I'm like, great, now I really don't know what I'm doing. I knew I needed UHMW. That's what I was told to learn about. I learned too much. So I had to like back it up to figure out what do I need? Who can actually machine this? Who can do what I need to do with it? So that's funny you say that. It just popped into my head that specific. So is there anything that you guys, so we're at the half hour mark here. Is there anything that so with business episodes we keep these ones a little bit short because we like to hit on exactly what you guys do. Obviously, we could go into hours and hours and hours of like machining and whatnot, but we do know we have another episode with Robert, the manufacturing engineer. So that's going to be the next part of this. I'm going to combine these into probably one episode to where you answered all of the questions that everybody like me and other companies are going to be asking. And then Robert will pick up and go with, hey, this is down the nitty gritty granular. This is how we machine, what we machine with, and stuff like that. So, but with every guest on the show, I like to let you leave the episode with a bit of positivity, anything motivational, something that just makes you happy to hear. Your pro America stuff makes me super happy. So, anything that you would like to leave as a positive note from Jet Machining, the floor is yours.
Engage with others, engage, with your engineers in the industry that we're in. Don't stop asking questions. Keep moving forward. We can't just lay down and wait for
Yeah,
stuff to come to us. How can we help you? What
there
can we
you
do? It gives me the warm fuzzies
go.
because people don't ask that anymore. Maintenance work. We do maintenance work. What does that mean? Manufacturing floors have to have maintenance. Their dies have to be redone or remachined. We do that. We can help you. If we don't know, we will find somebody for you. I mean, there has to be a fit.
Yeah,
And I probably can go on about that. Just engage with people, see what you can do. Oh, wow. Because you're not going to know their whole story or their company
right.
story. So you got to find out. You'll fit somewhere. And that's what we're trying to do. It's just fit somewhere.
That's awesome. That was perfect. I mean, that was like it was scripted. Um, just I can't even touch on that. You just summed that up perfectly. So if anybody wants to reach out to you again, everybody, website is jetmachining.com. Go check it out. They got some really cool stuff on their website. And if anybody wants to reach out for any summer internships or semester long co-op opportunities as engineering students right now, reach out to Anna personally. I'll have her email in the description below. And then as far as anybody else looking for, like she said, one-off parts all the way up to full-blown thousands parts manufacturing level, these people can do it all. And if they can't do it, they will find someone, like she said, they will find someone to fit for you. So everybody, again, thank you for checking these people out. It does everybody good to keep building in America, keep engineering in America, and keep everybody moving forward as best as she said it. So with that, we'll see y'all in the next one.
Thank you.